Hello and welcome back to the Wild Coast Realm. I'm Rob Frost. Instead of doing terraforming or building that, or working on the interior of this new building here, we're going to be doing some redstone. So I've gotten some redstone components together here in the shulker box, and we are going to be making a pumpkin pie factory. Yes, that means we need a chicken farm, we need a sugarcane farm, and we need a pumpkin farm. With these three ingredients combined, we will have what we need to make an automated pumpkin pie factory. So, let's get started. First off, we're going to be making the sugarcane aspect of the farm. I am going to use stairs for some of that to hold the water in place, just because I have plenty of them, and I'm that bougie. But I want this sugarcane farm to be off the ground a little bit. Let's have it going this way. Let's call this the main assembly room. So this area is where all of the three ingredients will come together and eventually get piped out in this direction. So I think we'll slot the sugarcane in here, and I'm going to build it up a little bit off the ground so we have room to mess around with the redstone lines, with the item lines. So we're going to start with, it's going to need to be 4 blocks wide. No, 3 blocks wide. So we'll have the sugarcane on this block, and we'll have the water sources in these stairs, and then we'll have a helper block like this tuff to surround the sugarcane. And then, no, for this to work, I think these need to be mud blocks, actually, for this design to work properly. Basing it off Chuck's design, which is just kind of, I don't think Chuck's design is anything specific or from anyone, but that's what we're going to be basing it on. How do you make mud? I don't know how you make mud. Let me go look that up. Okay, well, even if it's going to be a minute before I can actually make the mud for this, we can still keep building. Alright. So above this is going to be a layer of hoppers. Same thing down here. So it's going to be a layer of hoppers here. And then above the hoppers, there's going to be mud. And then above that is going to be the tuff. We also need the stairs here. Whoops, that is upside down. So we now have our mud. Now we need to put the mud up on the next level. So now we should get the water in. I think that's the next step. It's not leaking out anywhere. Good. Man, I really should have put the water source a little bit closer. I won't make you guys watch all this. Okay. So now I need those helper blocks in. We need pistons, which I completely forgot to make. Dang it. And I used all my iron on hoppers. Okay. Well, let's get everything else in first then. Then there's going to be a row of pistons. Then there's going to be some observers. Let's have 3. Alright, so what should happen is the observers will see the sugarcane grow. That'll send a pulse down the redstone here, and that will fire the pistons that will be going here. But let me go and make those. Alright, so we have everything in place now. Went ahead and went mining and made some pistons. Now what we need to worry about is storage and sortage. So, I know this works in Java, but I'm wondering if it also works in Bedrock. Let's just... Aha. I think it will work in Bedrock. And allow me to demonstrate what exactly it is that I'm doing. Want a hopper here. So this... Hold on, let me... So this line will lead out. What we're going to do is place one of these, then place a hopper, then place another one of these, then place another hopper. So this saves us on materials, and let me chuck something into this top hopper. Stack of dirt. Here we go. The items should be going through these, what are these called? These decorative pots. The items are going to be flowing through these decorative pots as if they were hoppers. See? Now, as long as someone like me doesn't come through and add an item to them, we get throughput. We get through flow. So the dirt is moving from up here. Well, which one did I put it in? This one? Oh, it all finished. So the dirt is moving from up here. See, it's going down, and is coming down here. Just a little way for us and for you to save some iron on hoppers. And also, I know in Java, this helps reduce lag. I don't know if it does that in Bedrock, but in Java, it helps reduce lag. So if you're also playing on a Realm or a multiplayer server like I am, that's a little trick you can use to help everybody on the server out, especially if you're doing Redstone. So, we have this sugarcane farm put together. We just need to wait for it to grow. I might add another one or two of these modules onto it, but this is the first block in our 3-item assembly line. Okay, made some progress. I haven't figured out a better way to sort this stuff, because it seems like in Bedrock this will never be even. It's always going to be uneven distribution. There is a way to do it with Redstone, but I don't know that I'm going to bother with that. I think I'll just deal with it. I did start putting this together. Between episodes, I went to the Nether and mined a whole bunch of quartz and a whole bunch of redstone. Not in the Nether, of course, in the overworld. And I put all these dispensers together. So I had like 3 or 4 stacks of observers, that I had put to use. I am, however, totally out of iron. So it's going to be a second before I can actually make this functional, but I figured in the meantime I would get all the observers in and get all the pumpkins in. As you can see, they've started growing already. So all I need to do is get the iron for the pistons, and this will be all set to go. Well, and the iron for the hoppers. Let's see, this is a 9x9 square times 5 times 2. I need almost 900 iron. Well, 810 to be exact, for all the hoppers. So, yeah, it might be a bit between this clip and the next, unless I can steal some from someone. If someone happens to have 100 iron blocks handy, then aside from that, it'll be a minute. Maybe I'll put the chicken coop in up here, and this area will be the crafter, and then pipe it out this way. That's still the plan. But yeah, I figured I would give you guys a little update. This has started producing, which is nice. And this is ready to produce as soon as I get the iron for the pistons and for the hoppers. I should have enough redstone. 80 something per level. Oof. So I need a little bit more redstone, which shouldn't be too hard to come by. But it's the 100 blocks of iron. That's going to be the bottleneck for this. And the chicken coop is going to be probably the easiest part, because it's going to be a tube with like 10 chickens in it and a hopper, and that's all we need to do with that. So let me get some iron. So good news. I got some of the stuff in. I got the redstone and all the pistons in. Okay. But I'm still short a bunch of hoppers. So, should we start with this level or the one below it? Let's just start down here. Yeah, shoot. I always forget with hoppers. Gotta start the direction that things are going to go. So let's get these hoppers placed in. Each as many as I can get placed in. It looks like, okay, I can get about a quarter. A little more than a quarter. Alright, so that means this hopper, right here, should have pumpkins in it, yes. Nice. And that was several stacks of iron. Let's see, 55 minus, what was it, 81? Because 9 times 9, I believe, is 80, yeah, it's 81. So 81 times 2 is 162. Minus 55 times 5. Okay. So need a well, 5,500 more. And we should be good. So, we now have pumpkins flowing in, even if slowly. We also have sugarcane flowing in. We have the beginnings of our factory. Okay, well, it looks like I still need to get more iron. So, alright. Well, I went and AFK'd overnight at the iron farm. It's the next day for me. And we have gotten the other half of the sugarcane farm all put together. And we've got all the hoppers in for the pumpkin farm, which has been working nicely. So now all we need to do now is put the chicken farm in somewhere and then build our autocrafter in the middle. Now, fair warning, I won't be using my own design for the autocrafter. I'm going to be using a design by Kairu. If you want to make his version of the autocrafter, link will be in the description. But in the meantime, I am going to get to building. So it looks like the crafter is going to be going right around here. Alright, so we want autocrafter to be at around this level. Yeah, this level. We go up. We put the chests on. Alright, so it looks like we need comparators going across here. I am not smart enough with redstone on Java to build this, let alone on Bedrock. It looks like I might need glass for this. So let me grab some glass, because I think I'm going to need it. Yeah, as you can see, I was playing around with trying to figure it out myself with a lectern and some comparators and things, but that was not working, so to an actual tutorial. So got the comparators there on the glass. Then looks like we need some solid blocks going across with redstone going up. And I think this is for the item filter. When it detects this hopper is full, it sends a signal up here to shut off the hopper above it, I think. I believe that's the overflow. Looks like there's more blocks here with some redstone on them. That goes down to some solid blocks. That also has redstone on it. And then it's got torches. It looks like we need powered rails. Now, I don't know if this needs to be glass, but he's making it glass, so I will also be making it glass. Let me go get some rails. powered rails here. And then it looks like an observer facing downwards. I have double checked my work. Alright, so these are now all just feeding directly into here with the sugarcane. Ooh, wait, no. We need another crafter first to craft this into sugar. Just make sure none of these are full. Alright, now this single crafter, let's see if I can manage this. It's automatically detecting the output. So really, I need single strength of 9. So this won't be pretty, like the other thing we just built, but this should hopefully work. Yes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, when a single piece of sugarcane goes in here, it should craft. Did it craft? It did! It did craft. Except this is not jam-proof. It's just gonna keep filling up. Could do it this way. We need a sticky piston, though. Alright, so, I have an idea. Get rid of all this junk. Right? Okay, let's put the comparator facing that way. Okay. With a sticky piston facing this way. Right. And now, when it gets a redstone signal, that should, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put the repeater in here. Alright. So, moment of truth. Put a single piece of sugarcane in. Gets crafted. Put a bunch in. They're all getting crafted. They will all continue to get crafted until they run out, at which point they should stop being crafted, and that piston should pull back. Right? Piston pulls back. Nice! Alright, so now I can just offload all the sugarcane, and now it's crafting it all. Crafting it all into sugar, which is going in here, which is already filled up down here. Nice. Now, I might, at some point, replace that pot with a double chest, put another hopper going out into another crafter that's making paper for rockets, but that is not a right now worry, because all we need for a chicken farm is a box and some hoppers. I would like this to be high up, so that the chicken noises aren't an issue. Let me go steal some chicken eggs from someone. Believe me, there are plenty of chicken eggs floating around the server that people aren't going to mind me looking for a few. And we are now on our last step. Now all we have to do is fill this with chickens. Every pumpkin pie crafted should eventually end up in this chest. Alright. Looks like this is done. Now all we need to do is dress it up. And let the chickens grow up. And once the chickens have grown, we should have a fully functional pumpkin pie factory. Oh, we got our first pumpkin pies. Let's go. And the chickens haven't even grown up. Our first production pumpkin pies. They're going on the wall, because they're special. Yeah, it's been like 2 minutes. The chickens haven't grown up or anything. Just, I think it's just the fact that it's all full. Yeah. Yeah, it's the eggs we're waiting on now. So those first 6 were just from the system evening out. I'll call these the prototype. 6 prototype pumpkin pies. Go in special place. Alright, so I've done some work putting the shell together. Oops. So as you can see, I've got kind of the factory shell here. Put the chickens in. I did add another layer on top of the sugarcane because this was always empty, and this, the pumpkins and the eggs are filling up. But let's see how much stock we've got since I have been offline and in other areas and building. Ooh, 4 stacks. 4 stacks, you know what that means. Bleh. Bleh. I'm not a vegan. I'm just a pumpkin pie man. Alright, so what do you think of the shell? Got some of this stuff. I'm not sure how I feel about the spruce wood there. I'm thinking of just taking it all the way down. Just because I want this to be a nice gradient. But I'm not sure I like the oak to spruce transition there. I'm just not sure, you know. But I haven't forgot about last episode. Something I need to go set up real quick, so I'll be back in just a moment. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2025 Banner of the Year Awards. The competition this year was nail-biting, but the votes are in, and a banner has been chosen. Our 2 nominees this evening are the blue banner and the red banner, and the votes are in. I have the envelope right here with the winner. And this year's 2025 Banner of the Year Award goes to the Blue Banner. Congratulations, Blue Banner, you've been selected to go up to represent me in the Town Hall. A consolation prize is that the Red Banner will be chosen to be on my shield. Congratulations again to the winner of the Banner of the Year Award, the Blue Banner. Yeah, I realize I probably could have just made all this in a creative world instead of having to make like 3 stacks of black concrete and 2 more stacks of red concrete that I didn't even use all of, but it's on the server. Oh great, now I have to tear all this down. Congrats, Blue Banner. Allow me to show you how to use a concrete maker. It doesn't craft the concrete for you. It just turns the powder into solid concrete. The key is mouse placement. If you place your mouse here, you'll get consistency. If you place it here, you'll get ghost items. See? 18, 17, 17, 16, 16, 14. See? But if I hover over here where the piston head ends up, it'll only place it when the piston isn't there. Just a little helpful tip I found. I've got the actual production facility all built and everything's hooked up. Again, sugarcane is kind of our main holdback, so I might add another layer. Each layer is 2 cells, so this side produces sugarcane, and if I can go under here, this side also produces sugarcane. So there's 2, 4, 6 sugarcane cells. Each of them are 10 blocks long, so that's 60 individual sugarcane cells, each of them with their own piston and their own observer, because I made like 3 stacks of observers. I was like, I'm going to build a redstone thing that takes some observers. I should build like a bunch of observers. And then this, the pumpkin farm is only 2 layers, but it's holding up just fine. It's keeping its own. So I don't think I will need more than 2 layers for the pumpkin farm. Yeah, I should not need to expand that. I should not need any more chickens. In fact, I could probably kill a couple of chickens. Get good. But, alas. Another egg. I'm probably going to replace this hopper line eventually because the crafter spits items out physically. I'm probably going to put a bubble column here, or I'm going to have a water stream and then a bubble column that goes up to take the items up above this area, because this factory and the actual building itself are going to be 2 separate things, but there's going to be kind of a pipe that goes from the factory building to the actual distribution building. Or I guess the storefront building. Whoops. No! Come back. Yeah. So this is going to change eventually, and the only reason I have it set up like this, why I'm tempted to leave it like this, is because this is very good overflow protection. If I were to use water streams and have that pipe into chests over here, if that ever fills up, there's just going to be stacks and stacks of pumpkin pie sitting around in the sky, and that can cause lag. So that's why I might leave the hopper system, but I think I'm probably going to upgrade this to a water item elevator and then a water stream for that. But we still have work to do on the actual building itself. I think for the sugarcane and the pumpkin farms, I might swap those out for the... Oh, Chuck's back. He must have discovered the tabbing out for half a second closes Bedrock that I discovered last video, because all of the AFK things and the... not AFK things. All of the resource gathering for the sand and things that I did for the last video, I kept tabbing out so that I could play some music, and every time I clicked on Opera, because yes, I'm a gamer, I use Opera, even though I know the Chinese are spying on me. I got nothing to hide. I'm not a productive member of society. There's nothing they can do with my stuff. I'm not a productive member of society. I play Minecraft. Oh, don't mind this. This is my temporary, like, mud-making machine, and as you saw, my concrete powder making machine. But yeah, so let's try that. I'm thinking of making copper and using copper for the roof. I know it's expensive, but I think it'll be worth it. I like that better, but I feel like I still need to add a new block there to replace it. That's pretty subtle. It's obvious enough. Okay. Well, I'm going to do that with the rest of this, and, I feel like it's almost too subtle. Like, you can't even tell there's a difference. Whereas with this one, it's too drastic. Though, I wonder... what if instead of going with a different wood type, we just went with oak that's not been debarked? How would that look? Aha, I do still have some oak. Yeah, because this is made out of logs, this took quite a bit of grinding to get all the wood to keep going back and forth and back and forth. Alright, so let's see how this looks. I already don't like it. I just don't see a better option. Well, either way, I don't know that there's enough time in this episode to actually finish this building, but either way, we got a lot done. Got the production line all up and running, got our banners picked out, and here the banners are, in their proper positions. The blue banner representing me in the town hall, and the red banner on my shield. The blinks are so weird. Here's all the different banners. I'm not sure who goes to who. Here's my banner. It kind of looks like pillars with a sky in the background with a glowing sun inside. Kind of like you're inside a temple on a mountain looking out, but the sun is inside it. That's my banner. Here's another banner. And another banner. This one looks Roman. I think I know where this guy is, but I don't know who they are. Here's another banner. I think this is Copper Sky, because you know it's a sky and it's copper looking. This one is, I know who this is. I know him. I've seen his stuff, but I cannot for the life of me remember their name. This I believe is Squares. I could be wrong, but I think that's Squares. And this is Chuck Ross's. But I don't know these two, and I'm pretty sure I know this one, but I don't necessarily know this one. Ooh, people are putting stuff at the table that represent them, it looks like. I'm gonna put some pumpkin pie. There we go, pumpkin pie. So let me see on the map. This I think is the Roman guy's banner. The kind of red with the Roman eagle on it. I think that is his banner. Oops. Maybe don't punch the map. Let's see. This, I believe, is Copper Sky. That's her banner. The orange one. Let's see. This building here goes to, again, this banner. Sorry, I don't have the name on the tip of my head, the tip of my tongue, the top of my head. And then obviously Square, Chuck, and me are all around this spawn lake area. Let's see, who am I forgetting? There are other people. This I think is just another portal, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's people out here. I think this is either the Italian. I think that's this banner. I think that's who that is. But I could be wrong. Go check out their videos. I'm going to try to make sure that I have channel links in the description for all the members of the server, so that after you finish watching my video, you can go and you can check out the other members and see what they're up to. Don't take my word for it. Go check them out yourself. Go check them out yourself. Well, this is all the time we have for today. Hope you have enjoyed the episode. If you do, like and subscribe. And go ahead and leave a comment if you think there's something better I can do with this build here. I think the next redstone project I'm going to do is going to be some kind of automated block placing blower upper thing, because I am sick of using this thing over here. So I think I'm going to put a dedicated building up for it somewhere that has the pistons pushing the blocks out to a piston wall, so that I can just make whatever mud or concrete that I need to make and then go mine it after I'm done. I think that's going to be the next redstone thing I do. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys next time. Where did my other bed go? Where did my other bed go? Where did my good bed go? And where is my good bed?